everyone, welcome back to the Critic-Verse. I took a short break to deal with some personal stuff, but we're back with a trailer breakdown for the upcoming Disney Plus series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Now, before we continue with the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep updated on all things Critic-Verse. Join me as I review the upcoming series and to help me reach my current goal of 500 subscribers. Now, Percy Jackson and the Olympians is based off of a book series called Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Now, I haven't read the books, but I did see the 2010 movie and its sequel, so that's my only experience with the subject. But I can't wait to watch the series. But before we get to the breakdown, let's take a look at that trailer.
Perseus. That's me.
That's who you're named after.
Because he was a hero?
Because he was brave and kind and against all odds, he managed to find his way to a happy ending.
I'm used to the world feeling weird to me. Like a puzzle with half the wrong pieces. But lately, it all feels different somehow.
Percy, you are special. When you're ready to hear what the gods have in store for you, they'll tell you.
Percy, the stories I have told you about Greek gods and monsters, they are real.
This is crazy.
You are a half-blood, and half-bloods are not safe in the world.
Everything has been training for what's still ahead of you. Hold on.
Percy Jackson, your father needs your help. The Master Bolt has been stolen. If you don't return the bolt, there will be war. That is your quest. I know it sounds daunting, but you won't be alone. A quest is always undertaken by three.
Demigods process reality differently. We gotta figure out what you're good at.
Should I try again?
No!
No! There's no place for me here.
You still don't get where you fit into all this. We were sent on a quest by the gods. What do you think, it would be easy?
Demigods, welcome.
I'm not leaving you. Perseus!
Hold fast. Brave the storm.
Maybe I won't even need a sword. I'm gonna need a sword.
Wow, what an epic trailer. Now let's talk about it. We get an establishing shot of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or more commonly known as the Met. And here, young Percy is introduced to the namesake, or rather a statue in the likeness of Perseus, who in Greek mythology beheads Medusa and was a hero. Percy believes that's why he was named after him, but his mother, played by Virginia Cool, states it's because Perseus was brave, kind, and found his way to a happy ending, over a montages of scenes later to come. Next, after a narration from Percy, played by Walker Scobell, taking over the role from Logan Lerman from the 2010 movies, with his best friend Grover, now played by Ariane Simhadri, taking over from Brandon T. Jackson. Percy says the world is weird to him, and Percy is shown as dyslexic, which is a common trait among demigod characters in this series because their brains are supposed to be hardwired to read ancient Greek instead of English. Then we get a shot of Perseus seeing a Pegasus on the roof of a neighboring building as they're outside the Met. Next, Percy is talking with his teacher, Mr. Brunner, and he appears to be in a wheelchair, but is actually just a disguise to hide his centaur lower half. But this time around, the character is played by Glenn Turnham, taking over from Pierce Brosnan from the movie. And this character will also have a leg brace in centaur form to highlight his disability instead of just being disabled in human form. Next, Percy's mom tells him that the story she told him about Greek mythos is real, as we get a shot of a former WWE pro wrestler Edge as Ares, the god of war. The next shot of Medusa from behind, and then finally a shot of Cerberus, the three-headed guard dog to the underworld, jumping up at Percy. Then Perseus is a half-blood, or demigod, basically someone born of human and a god, and must be trained at Camp Half-Blood, where most of the demigods are taken to be trained and kept safe. Where his mom Sally is taking Percy with his best friend Grover, who's actually his satyr protector, a half-goat, half-man creature. We get a shot of Percy in front of his cabin, as each half-blood is assigned to a cabin based on who their parent is. Percy being the son of Poseidon, one of the big three Greek gods. And spoiler, his only known offspring at this point gets a cabin mostly to himself, and a big one at that. Next, we get a voiceover from Chiron, or Mr. Brunner, and he bestows a quest upon Percy as we see the Master Bolt, Zeus's main weapon, has been stolen, and that Percy has to help his father return the lightning bolt to prevent a war between the gods. Basically the same plot points as the book and the previous 2010 movie. And that the quest is often taken by three, which will include his best friend Grover and fellow demigod Annabeth, daughter of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, taking over the role from Alexandra Daddario from the 2010 movies. We then see training at Camp Half-Blood as Percy is given a bow and arrow by Luke, the son of Hermes, the messenger of the gods, who takes over the role from Jake Abel. And while this goes on, we get to hear the cover for the song Riptide, who instead of by Vance Joy, the cover is done by the artist called Stealth. And it sounds pretty good compared to the original. A funny Easter egg in the shot where Percy is using the bow and arrow, the target that he is shooting at is shaped like a hydra, a creature with many heads, where if you cut one off, more grow in its place. Next, Percy and Annabeth are shown without Grover approaching what appears to be a theme park called Waterworld, and then sailing down a green river. And this should be the river Styx, the river that runs through the underworld, as they're supposed to meet Hades at some point in the story. Next, we get a shot of Percy atop Mount Olympus, then a shot of Annabeth stabbing a creature by the tail on a moving train, then another shot of Percy approaching Mount Olympus, but through the point of two stone guardians. And then next, we get to see Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda welcoming the trio at a casino where he's playing Hermes, a role that was played by two different characters in each one of the 2010 movies. And this casino, at least in the 2010 movie, was actually a trap in which if you eat a certain treat there, you won't want to leave and just indulge in like all kinds of debauchery as long as you're there. Then we get a shot of Percy facing off against Ares in a sword fight. Then a shot of Percy and his mom, where his mother wants him to run, but he won't abandon her from the Minotaur. Then Percy charges at the Minotaur, intercut with a shot of Percy at camp, questioning if he'll need a sword, intercutting to another shot of him being approached by a fire-breathing chimera, confirming he'll definitely need a sword. Then the trailer ends on the title card and the fact that it's a 2-episode premiere streaming December 20th, and I can't wait. I had so much fun watching both movies when I was younger and can't wait to watch this series, especially since I do believe that series based on adaptations do better than movies because there's more time to space things out and there's less you have to cut than a 2-hour movie. And the characters get more room to grow as well. I'm also going to need them to officially release that Riptide cover on Spotify because I definitely want it. And I can't wait to cover the series with you as it starts streaming December 20th. Thanks for joining me in the Critic-Verse, and I'll see you when the show premieres. Bye.